Hey everyone, I'm going to share with you guys today really quick my hot chocolate recipe. We've had like 2 feet of snow, we've been shoveling all day, my kids are ready. I'll show you the snow here in just a minute while I'm heating the hot chocolate. Anyway, so a couple of things that you're going to need is, you're going to need a pan, obviously, cocoa powder. It doesn't matter what flavor, this is just what I happen to have here. I know some people like Dutch processed, whatever. Anyway, cocoa powder. Vanilla, salt, sugar obviously, and milk. So it's really easy, and you can adjust this a little bit to your liking because we like ours to be chocolatey, and so I don't put as much sugar. You can add more sugar if it's too chocolatey, but it's really good. Anyway. So the first thing you need is 3/4 cup of sugar. This is really lumpy, so it's all right though. 3/4 cup of sugar, and then 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. Hopefully I have 1/3 cup in here. All right, and then you're going to put just like a little bit of salt. Like I do like this much salt, like a little bit, a pinch of salt, not a lot. And you're going to mix these together with a whisk or whatever. I like this whisk here because it gets into the corners better than a regular whisk. And you just kind of want to incorporate the sugar and the cocoa powder together. And then you're going to do 1/3 cup of water. I know that seems weird, but it just helps to get this cocoa powder and stuff stirred in. And it also helps if you have large sugar clumps like I've got. It'll dissolve the sugar clumps. So you're going to mix this up into a paste. It's all chocolatey. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to put this on my stove. And I'll adjust my camera. Hold on. Okay, now with this on my stove, I'm going to turn this on before I start adding milk and let this just start heating. And I'm going to be at a medium to medium high. And then we're going to put 6 cups of milk. And so you're going to see me add more than 6, but it's because this is 3/4 cup. So, there's 2 1/4. I usually do like 3 and then mix, but since my milk jug is out, I got to get my other milk jugs. And one thing to make sure is that you have the right size pan, because this is going to be clear to the top of this pan. Right. Now there's 3. And there's my 6 cups of milk. And now I'm just going to keep heating until it is warm. So you don't want to boil this because that would burn your mouth. So I heat this up and I can check it with my finger when it's, it's going to be 120, 130 degrees, but not like really hot. And if you're feeding this to little kids, you want to keep it just above lukewarm so they don't burn their mouth. But we're just going to let that go and let that get hot. And one thing to note is this does not take super long. So if you're, getting this ready for your family, just know that it's going to take less than 10 minutes, even for this much milk, to heat up to warm. Because again, you're not wanting to boil this. You just want to warm it up till you can, till it's warm or till it's hot chocolate, but not boiling. you can kind of see on the dog. I come over here, I gotta start our boiler. We burn with wood and we only heat with wood. And holy moly. Anyway, we let the fire go out yesterday so that if the power went out, it wouldn't overheat our boiler. Anyway, it's like a little over my knees deep. Hey, so we're still digging out here. So one thing I've learned living in Alaska, I didn't grow up in Alaska, I grew up in southern Utah in the desert, and not a lot of snow, comparatively speaking. But I've learned in Alaska that it's all about having the right stuff. So like when you're outside in the winter, you need the right gear. You need like a wicking layer, a warmth layer, and then a weather layer. But it also is the same with all this snow. You need the right kind of equipment to move it. So we have a really long driveway, comparatively speaking. It's half-mile long. And so we have several pieces of equipment. We have a snowplow truck that we use to move a lot of it, most of the time. We also have a four-wheeler with a larger snowblower on it. And we also have a backhoe that we use to push back really big piles of snow. And this just really helps make the process a lot easier. Alright, so this is getting pretty close. You don't have to keep constantly stirring it, but again, it doesn't take super long. I mean, I think it's been like 8 minutes. Just stir it around to make sure that it's heating evenly, not burning. And then that's how I check it. That is warm. I just stick my finger in it and check like that. Okay, last thing that you need is your vanilla before you want to turn your heat off. And then add, it's about a teaspoon, I don't know. Dump some in there. And then just whisk that around. And then you're ready to serve. All right, so as you can see, it makes about 6 cups of hot chocolate. We have lots of different kinds of mugs in our house. Some people have their own, I don't know. Anyway, last thing is a little bit of homemade whipped cream. It's a great addition on the top of any of the mugs. And then if you have something like peppermint stick or something, that is great also. Anyway, there is my hot chocolate, and it's one of my kids' favorite, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Oh my God.